What better place to begin than from where the whole of creation was set in motion? As the sun rises over this volcanic moonscape, there is poetry in this awe-inspiring expanse. This is the birthplace of beauty and rhythm, of wind and water, sun and the planets, and of primordial life. This is Bromo, meaning the Sanctum of Brahma, the Creator, in the island of Java in Indonesia. This massive crater of an ancient volcano stretches to 10 kilometers, its steep walls plunging down to a vast sea of lava sand. A part of this mystic site is Gunam Sumeru, named after the mythical Meru in the Himalayas. Sumeru is one of the most active volcanoes and is also the highest mountain of Java at about 11,000 feet. Brahma created the whole universe from this very place on earth. That is the firm belief of the inhabitants here, who have been following their own ethnic creed of Hinduism for perhaps 1,000 years. Adjacent to the smoking peak of Gunung Bromo, the other volcano here, in this surreal landscape, the local Tenga people have built a temple for Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Remember, we have chosen creation for the beginning. This serial will take you to 100 such footprints of India in the sands of time across the ocean. Hey, waves of the South China Sea. Any man from my country did you see? My ancestors anchored in your shore their ships in the times of yore.
I know thousands of sailors from your land. Among them, one Kaundinya came sailing and married Soma, a naked local princess, on my shore. He gave her clothes to wear and children to bear. They both founded a country here called Funan. Travel upstream on the river from here to Angkor Borei and to Phnom Dhan on the Cambodia-Vietnam border. You will see some temples for Shiva the god Kaundinya brought with him 2,000 years ago.
Hey, Vietnam's Cat Tooth Mountain. Did you meet my forefathers for certain?
If you are from South India, yes, many of your ancestors visited me here. They were seamen, traders and builders, priests and preachers. They married our beautiful local girls here and established the kingdom of Champa, now part of central Vietnam. There are about 100 Hindu temples here. Champa was a great force for over 1,000 years. They called our area Amaravati. To this day, their local descendants worship goddess Bhagavati.
Hey, mighty Mekong River, perennial as ever. Do you remember in the centuries along, men of the bloodline to which I belong?
I have seen some of them wherever I flow, and I have noticed their spiritual glow. Here in Laos, they named this mountain near me Linga Parvata, long before Christ was born. Known by the same name to this day, Shiva temples have flourished here all along.
Hey, Volcano Kawa Sikidang in central Java's Plateau Diang. Have you anything to say about Indians who came your way?
Scattered around me on this plateau are small and simple temples. One of them is for Draupadi and the others for the Pandavas of Mahabharata, all built about 1400 years ago by the local rulers who came under Indian influence. These temples and I share a mystery and history together.
God's own hallowed site, Borobudur's lyrical morning light, am I by lineage a descendant of a Buddhist builder of this mystic monument?
The kings of Java of the Sailendra dynasty had cordial relationships with the Pallavas of South India. It is possible that Gunadharma, the architect of Borobudur, came from the Pallava country. He perhaps brought with him some sculptors and craftsmen of many skills.
Hey, Chandi towers of majestic beauty, ageless Prambanan temples for the Hindu Trinity. How did you rise up so far away from where my religion holds the sway?
I was built as a temple for Shiva, Vishnu and Brahma. For a lot of abstract ideas, philosophy and concepts sailed in those ships from your country several centuries ago along with traders and sailors. My people here absorbed your literature and mythology as their own. Even now, I witness a Ramayana ballet performed in front of me by a group of 200 Muslim artists every day.
Hey, fragrant aura Balinese breeze, how did your eternal youth freeze? While centuries passed by Asia, did you drink a Hindu ambrosia?
We live in peace with nature. Love for all fellow men we nurture. In 1,000 temples to Hindu gods we pray, though making them formless in our own way. Kalingas and Palas, you hear in my heartbeat. Come, hug my living memories, all so sweet.
Your Majesty Suryavarman's soul, the great king of Cambodia as a whole, your devotion to Vishnu with faith and piety built this largest stone temple on earth for any deity. To build Angkor Wat with you on the throne, did I in another birth carry a stone?
When I conceived this Vishnu temple about 9 centuries ago, love and culture knew no borders. Although I am from the local dynasty of Khmers, my minister and advisor was from your Chora kingdom. He planned and constructed this edifice for me. Come, walk through the corridors of Angkor Wat. Maybe you will recall you were here before.
Shall we land from the ethereal to the earthly, from conceptual reality to concrete history? The Khmers, who ruled Cambodia for many centuries, built this great Shiva temple at Phnom Rung, which is now in modern Thailand. we discover a strong contemporary dialogue between the past and the present as we walk down the steps of history. The Rajaguru to His Royal Highness, the King of Thailand, states that his ancestors migrated from the holy city of Chidambaram in Tamil Nadu many centuries ago. The Rajaguru recites the devotional Tamil Bhakti hymns of Tirupavai and Tiruvambavai in his Thai pronunciation of Tamil on every important occasion in the royal household in Bangkok, even today. Can you guess which monument has the longest Sanskrit inscription? Hold your breath. The longest Sanskrit inscription in the world is on the northern gate of the Great Wall of China. A great son of India not only observed this personally, but also studied a great many other things that show the relationship between ancient India and the rest of Asia. A doyen among scholars, Dr. Raghuveer, explored and understood the undercurrents of the Indian civilizational values as they spread to the rest of Asia. An adventurous soul who traveled extensively, Dr. Raghuveer was not merely an academician who founded this International Academy of Indian Culture in Delhi in 1933, nor did he remain always on the ethereal and philosophical plane. He was a member of the Constituent Assembly and a member of the First Parliament. He coined the word Samsad for Parliament, Vidhan Sabha for the state assemblies, along with thousands of other words which are in common use in Hindi today. However, his main contributions were in the realm of understanding the bond between India and the rest of Asia in terms of cultural commonalities. Very few men are destined to have someone to carry on their purposeful journey. Indeed, Professor Raghuveer was very fortunate, for his son, Professor Lokesh Chandra, carries on his legacy with redoubled vigor and dedication, proving it as though that each generation has to excel the previous one to result in the progress of humanity as a whole. My thirst for exploring the historic relationship between India and the nations of Southeast Asia brought me to the inviting corridors of this infinite library of devotion and dedication created by the father and son team. Professor Lokesh Chandra, a former member of Parliament and one of the greatest living authorities on this subject, is also our consultant for this documentary serial. Professor Lokesh Chandra will now share his thoughts with us.
My father, Professor Raghuveera, was deeply influenced by the international approach for Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru during the freedom struggle. He started on an adventure of trying to find out the international links of India, both in the Western Hemisphere, Greece, Rome, West Asia, like Turkey, Palestine, Syria, and at the same time with the great cultural sculptural, architectural traditions of North Asia, of East Asia comprising China, Japan, Korea, and as well as in the southeast of Asia. My father started studying that in each and every field of activity. For this, he traveled over the vast regions of Southeast Asia, East Asia, North Asia, collecting manuscripts, collecting objects, and at the same time creating a great library where these could be studied in depth.
Inspiring Indonesia. Valiant and vibrant Vietnam. Throbbing and touristy Thailand. Colorful and congenial Cambodia. Lavish and lively Laos. In this serial, we have chosen to trace India's links over the centuries with these 5 countries. Through many years of research and several months of filming, we bring you a canvas combining scholarship with visual melody. Indian Imprints opens your windows on the garden side of history. Enjoy the breeze.